race number 2 of the DeviantArt Cup Series season. We're here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Starting on the pole is Bryce Riles alongside Merrick Ishtar, John Mullen, Julian Nguyen, Cody Lamas, Dominic Cousins, Ravenhurst, Carpenter, Dalton, and Crago. Rounding out your top 10, Zimmerman, last week's winner at the 2Cons 500. We will be starting from the 14th position. Going for 94 laps here. It's going to be a fun race. Getting this stuff accelerated on through so that way we can get going here as quickly as possible. It's going to be interesting here at Homestead. As they roll out of turn number 4 now. And the green flag is out. We are underway at Homestead. Into turns number 1 and 2. John Mullen looking to make it 3 wide for the lead. He does. Already 3 wide, coming off of turn number 2 now as they race down the back straightaway for the first time today. Mullen to the lead with help from Lamas. 3 wide now for third. Ishtar up in that third lane. It's going to lose a lot of ground. Here comes Lamas now to the inside of Mullen. As they're once again 3 wide. Nguyen in the middle there between Ishtar and Alan Bledsoe. Down the back straightaway they run. Ravenhurst looking to make it 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. She does. Who will lead the second lap of the race? At the line, Mullen by inches. The field still close together. Crago also trapped on that outside lane. Now here comes Ravenhurst. She clears Lamas in turns 3 and 4. Now here comes Jesse Dalton to the inside of Ravenhurst. Ravenhurst leads at the line. Field running still close together here. They almost went 4 wide, farther back in the field. Dalton leads at the line this time. Alan Bledsoe up to third. Lamas managed to hang on the 4th. Here comes Asami Kiro now to the inside of Ishtar for 5th. Dalton manages to lead laps without being challenged by somebody quite yet. Here comes Lamas now to the inside of Alan Bledsoe for 3rd. Remember, we start this race in the day and we will go into the night here. As Lamas drifts up the track a little bit, as I was going to say, but caught myself because I failed to say that at some point. Anyways, this allows Asami to close in. Lamas will clear Bledsoe going into turn 3, though, and then here comes Asami to the inside of Bledsoe. 3 wide farther back for 9th by the looks of it. No, 8th. My bad. Sami hasn't quite gotten able to get by Allen. Now here comes Bryce Riles, your pole sitter, to the inside, making it 3 wide for 5th. As Lamas, Ravenhurst, and Dalton start to pull away from the rest of the field here. Already a little more than a tenth of the way through this race. Fourth on back, all grouped together, all closely right here in this big group right here. Looks like Ishtar is now leading it in 4th. Hard to tell sometimes with the fact that scoring doesn't update right away. Now here comes Jennifer Legacy to the inside of Riles for 5th. Joshua Michaels is up there trying to battle for a top 5 position as well. Alan Bledsoe, Julie Nguyen, Ryan Vaughn all trying to battle for a top 10 position right there. Now that Ishtar has cleared the pack, he's able to catch up to the front 3 as Lamas now gets to the inside of Ravenhurst for 2nd. Can Cody Lamas make something happen here at Homestead? As this front group of cars continues to run side by side, they're 3 wide now. Almost 4 wide as Asami has to check up to avoid getting into Jackie Tang. Riles now loses ground on the outside in that 3rd lane. As a huge pack of cars from, looks like 5th on back, all still grouped together closely as the front 4 have pulled away. Now here comes Ravenhurst trying to get back to Lamas on the inside. Can't quite do it now. It looks like Joshua Michaels is starting to pull away a little bit from the rest of the pack. They continue to run 2 and 3 wide, trying to gain every little inch of room they can in order to gain any advantage they could. What I just said makes no sense as Krigo now has worked his way back up to the front with, it looks like, help from Steven Merzlak, one of the rookies this season. Very talented rookie is at that. As Tang is now running in 7th, he has managed to clear the rest of the field. As now Krigo takes 8th. Here comes Merzlak for 9th to the inside of Alan Bledsoe. Front 4 haven't pulled away as much from the rest of the field now, as Merzlak is able to take 9th, but the rest of the field is now battling from 10th on back. Ishtar to the inside of Ravenhurst now for 3rd. Ravenhurst looks like she had to speed on the outside line, though. Vaughn, clear of everybody else trying to take 10th, and looks like John Mullen now is going to try and clear for 11th. Lamas is still trying to run down Jesse Dalton. Front group of cars all together. Here comes Ravenhurst now to the inside of Lamas. Almost. Still can't quite get the nose in there in turn one. Dalton pulls away. Chase Carpenter, one of Lamas' teammates, now in 11th. And here comes Miles Leinhart to the inside of that 3 car. Gets to the inside of Carpenter. So now here comes Merzlike to the inside of Craigo for 8th. Down the back straightaway they go. Looks like Craigo will clear Merzlak on the high side. The run that you can get there. Here comes Ishtar now, trying to get to the inside of Ravenhurst, back up front. 21 laps already in the books. Here at, whatchamacallit, Homestead, that's right. I feel like Marty Reed right now. Craigo has caught Tang, trying to look to the inside of Tang, potentially. And he gets there. Perhaps Tang is being a bit cautious and letting Craigo go, because he knows it's still early in this race. He's going to let Merzlak go as well, coming off of turn number 2. Maybe. I don't know. This looks like the top 15, 16, 17, maybe 18 cars broken away single file from the rest of the field. Meanwhile, they've also started to get strung out single file farther back in the field. Down and back straightaway they go for the 24th time today. Here comes Ravenhurst now to the inside of Ishtar. Can she stay there? Not quite there fully yet. So we're over a quarter of the way done with this race. I just did a little bit of calculation on my phone, because I can't do quick math off the top of my head when I'm focused on something else. Amazingly enough. Being focused on doing commentaries now. Here comes Coda Hayner to the inside of John Mullen. Or at least thereabouts. Looks like the high line is a little OP on the straightaways, but the inside line, just the right amount of power you can get down there in the turns. Looks like Hunter Yukiro has fallen way back in the field, as has Tucon's 500 winner Joseph Zimmerman. He currently, as he was scored 27th across the line last time by. To think 15 laps ago these guys were still running side by side from like 4th on back. Now you have to go all the way back to the 25th position just to see some side-by-side racing at the moment. As Hayner still trying to get around Mullen for 13th by the looks of it. As the front 4 cars have been caught up by the rest of the top 10. At least just about. Laps are going by quickly here at Homestead. Already only 20 minutes into this race. Or not even 20 minutes, because I did accelerate. So about 15 minutes into the race. As now for the lead, here comes Cody Lamas. And Merrick Ishtar will follow. New leader, 48, down the back straightaway. Ishtar still battling Dalton for second, though, as they come off of turn number 4. Farther back, it's Ryan Vaughn against Jackie Tang for 9th. Tang able to hold off Vaughn, though. Dalton and Ishtar still battling side by side. And now here comes Joshua Michaels to the inside of Ravenhurst. The RAGE Racing Hondas, very strong so far tonight at Homestead. As there you see the lights around the racetrack have turned on. As now Michaels and Ishtar both trying to get around Jesse Dalton. As now here comes Jennifer Legacy to the inside of Ravenhurst down the front straightaway. Andrew Gorman running in 38th right now. Not quite half a lap down yet. So now here comes Crago to the inside of the 4, just about to the inside of the 4. Aggressively gets in front of the 47 as here comes Joshua Michaels to the outside of the teammate. Now here comes Jennifer Legacy. Another Honda to the inside of Michaels and Ishtar. As Ishtar and Michaels battle, Jennifer Legacy trying to take advantage. Here comes Crago now to the inside of Michaels down the front straightaway. So Ravenhurst continues to fall back as she gets passed by Stephen Merzlak now for 7th. Michaels now falling back as he's caught up on the outside. Here comes Crago now to the inside of Jennifer Legacy. Dalton still on the back bumper of Lamas, though. As the people behind him start the race, here comes Dalton now trying to get to the inside. He will. For the lead, here comes Jesse Dalton back to the inside of Cody Lamas. He led at the line. He'll take the lead here. Maybe, sort of. I don't know. Can't quite tell half the time. Down the back straightaway for the 37th time today. In the turn 3, Dalton will clear Lamas. Ishtar still in 3rd. Crago up to 4th. Merzlak up to 5th now as he clears Jennifer Legacy. Ravenhurst now fighting it back on the inside. Legacy blocks. Ravenhurst has to check up. Here comes Ryan Vaughn with a strong move to the inside now. 3 wide for whatever position that is. It looks to be 7th. As Tang has fallen outside of the top 10. And 3 of Lionheart now in 10th. With Chase Carpenter looking to possibly take that position as well. Michaels and Ravenhurst in danger of falling outside the top 10. Now as Lamas has lost ground to Dalton. Here comes Ishtar now to the back bumper of Lamas. Crago not that far behind. Merzlak and Jennifer also there with Crago. As they run 3, almost 4 wide for just within the top 10. I believe we are approaching green flag pit stops as well. At some point within, I think the window opens in about Lamas cars do get 4 miles to the gallon, if that. It's the top 5, almost 6 cars, all right there in striking distance to get the lead. There's still 3 wide for the top 10 positions. They were 4 wide there briefly. Tang does not want to run the Larson line around here. Almost gets into the wall exiting the corner. Doesn't look like he did, though. Joshua Michaels trying to hang on to a top 10 spot here. Lamas was briefly on the bumper of Dalton. Cody Lamas, one of the hometown favorites here as well. Jesse Dalton, the other hometown favorite. You know, Dalton is actually from North Dakota, but started his racing career here in Florida, as did Lamas, so take that for what it's worth. As here comes now Steven Merzlak taking a look to the inside of Crago. Couldn't quite get there down the straightaway, as now here comes Ishtar to the inside of Lamas down the front straightaway. Also couldn't quite get there. Looks like Crago's now to the inside of Ishtar now to take advantage of Ishtar having to slow up. Through wide, farther back in the field. Here comes Ishtar now to the inside of Cody Lamas, down the back straightaway. As it looks like Paul Bledsoe has now fallen back to last place. Still not quite half a lap down though, as we just passed the halfway point of the race. Ishtar now to the inside of Lamas with help from Crago. Does Crago make it 3 wide? No. He's going to think better of it this time around. Although he does get to the inside of Ishtar now, that Lamas is completely out of the question. Ishtar's second to line, but Crago's going to be second exiting the next corner. Oh, but Crago, I think, made contact with Ishtar. Here comes Merzlak now to the inside of Crago. Down the back straightaway. Who does Lamas go with? He's going to force the 3 wide in the middle, going into turn 3. Still 3 wide now as Merzlak takes second. In the meantime, Jesse Dalton continues to pull away from these guys. Merzlak up to second. Legacy up to third. Crago gets out of the 3 wide situation now. As Merrick looks to inside, thinking about it, but doesn't take a 3 wide this time. As Carpenter and Leinhart continue the battle for the 8th position. Lama still trying to fight back on the inside now. Oh, almost gets into the 4 of Legacy there. We're going to have to take a replay of that to see if there's actually any contact. course, my screen froze up slightly. Nope, there was no contact. Slams is now back up to third. Oh, Craigo shoving Ishtar up to the high line with a very aggressive move. As Merzlak closing in on Dalton. And now here comes Ryan Vaughn to take advantage of Craigo being overly aggressive with the move on Ishtar. When will these guys have the pit? It will quite obviously be a one-stop race, since they are already past halfway. But when will pit stops happen, and how will they shake up the race? As Craigo now shoved way outside as they race out in the front straightaway. Merzlak is there. Can he get to Dalton and make the pass and lead his first laps of his career in the NSCA DeviantArt Cup Series? Hayner now there in 11th, ready to capitalize on anybody who falls out of, or in danger of anybody falling out of the top 10, rather. There's another thing to watch for is if Ishtar has a tire up from the contact he made with Craigo earlier, just a few laps ago. Not hearing anything from that team in regards to that, though. So perhaps, maybe not. As now the field gets, now last place, which is Andrew Gorman by the looks of it, gets to a half lap down. Yep, looks like half lap down now. Dalton continues to lead. Those JD Racing Toyotas on fire. Craigo manages to hang on to the top 10 as now Michael's trying to make an aggressive move to the inside of Chase Carpenter and Miles Leinhart for, looks like, 7th. Pit stop should be happening within the next 10 laps, though. These guys can't make it all the way on one fuel tank. Oh, it looks like pit stop. Speaking of which, Ishtar and Legacy are now coming down, as well as Tang. Joseph Ernesto, first time we've talked to him about him tonight. He's coming down, along with last week's winner, Zimmerman. Lana Keshiel, Quickborn, Mahari, all coming down pit road. As the leaders, Lamas, Dalton, Merzlak, coming down. Craigo's the first driver not to come down. He will lead this time by So a bunch of the leaders come down this time. And it looks like DJ McWhorter made a late decision to come down pit road. He will make it to no accident. As Crago stays out one more lap, here comes Ravenhurst, Leinhart, Mullen. Riles comes in. Here comes Asami Kiro. Mark Boston, his team owner and teammate. Austin Spencer. Alan Bledsoe comes down. Both Bledsoe brothers coming down, actually. So here comes Crago now, dipping down onto the apron. Should see everybody who did not come to pit road this time coming down, yep. Here comes Dalton now. With Merzlak a little bit farther behind, and looks like Cody Lamas fell way behind, but apparently they were only getting their lap back. Crago now leaves pit road. Where's Dalton coming off of turn number 3? Can Crago get up to speed and retain the lead? No, here comes Dalton now to the outside of Crago in turns 1 and 2. Crago helpless and watching the field go by him as he tries to get up to speed as quickly as possible. Coming to 29 laps to... Stop freezing. For some reason. I do believe the processor in my computer is dying because of this. Can Merzlak catch Dalton, or is it all that she wrote? And we're hearing there was a fire on pit lane. Couldn't see anything there, must have gotten it clear. And it was from the crew of the... Hearing the O2 of Ray Takeda. Had a fire in their pit stop as she was leaving pit road. Some fuel vapor rather, was ignited. Thankfully, we're hearing that everyone is okay there. They were able to get the fire out quickly. No replays on that though, as our cameras were focused on racing action on the racetrack. As Mullen is on pit road again. And so, looks like he's the only driver to be on pit road too. So, maybe an issue for the 56. As he goes the only car a lap down now. Merzlak has been methodically catching Dalton. Down to just under 6/10 of a second. When it was just over 7/10 of a second previous lap. Cut down by 400th of a second that time by. Mullen now in danger going a second lap down in this race. Dalton's car not as quite as fast as it was earlier, as it looks like Merzlak is not the only driver catching him. Now down to just under half a second. Merzlak has plenty of time. But with everybody else also catching, can he hang on to win the race if he gets around Dalton? Or can Jesse Dalton block his way in order to get his first career win? Just a week after the driver that he's a teammate of, let alone a team owner of. Same distance back to Merzlak. That time by. Although here comes the rest of the top six. Merzlak losing ground to Dalton now. Perhaps Dalton was saving stuff in the tank. We have just under 20 laps to go. Now it's 19 and a half. Jesse Dalton 19 laps away from winning his first career race, but looks like Merzlak cut back down into his lead. That time by over a tenth cut down. The reason I was silent for so long was because of the fact that my screen was freezing up. I didn't want any distorted sound effects coming up through the microphone. So looks like Dalton is pulled away this time by. Yep. Opened it back up to just over 4/10 of a second. Legacy looks to be trying to take third. Merzlak does not want to see that. He needs to get up to Dalton. He's kind of hoping, he's probably hoping that Ryan Vaughn can push him up there. Now here comes Legacy to the inside of Vaughn. Dalton wants to see that, as it's going to allow him to pull away from third on back. But what about Merzlak? Is he getting help to get up to Dalton from the two, or is he able to get up to Dalton by himself? Who knows? It was just 3.5 tenths that time by. It's opened back up to 37 hundredths of a second. Looks like for every lap that Merzlak is faster than Dalton, Jesse pulls out a little bit more speed the following lap. Not enough to pull all the way away from Merzlak, although Jesse is faster that time by a mere 4 thousandths of a second. As now here comes Vaughn to the inside of Merzlak. Merzlak does not want to see this. Dalton does. This will allow Dalton to pull away as Ryan Vaughn completes the pass, or just about completes the pass, rather. Merzlak trying to fight hard on the outside. It's not going to work, as here comes now Jennifer Legacy, trying to get to the inside of Ryan Vaughn. probably all smiles now as Dalton probably all smiles now as Vaughn has cleared Merzlak for second. Legacy drifts up the track, almost gets into Merzlak. Can Ryan Vaughn win this race instead now? So now here goes Cody Lamas, almost making it 3 wide. Vaughn is catching Dalton. There'll be 10 to go next time by. As 3rd through 6th continues the battle. What is the gap from Dalton to Vaughn? It's actually opened up. 10 laps to go now. Andrew Gorman also quite a ways away behind the rest of the field. I think Dalton continues to open up the gap actually as Lamas now is starting to run down the 2 by the looks of it. Merzlak back to the inside of Jennifer Legacy, trying to get to the inside of Ishtar now, trying to get back up there. And yes, Lamas is indeed running down Ryan Vaughn. That's slowing them both up. Dalton continues to pull away. Dalton needs to do now is just get around these lap cars of Mullen and possibly Gorman. Later on down. Dalton drifted up the track a little bit into the 56 of Mullen. 5 laps to go now. And it continues to open up. The gap back to the 2nd and 3rd. That is, as now here comes Lamas trying to get to the inside of Ryan Vaughn. And he'll clear him coming off the turn 4. Four laps to go for Jesse Dalton. Can he get JD Racing a sweep of the first 2 races of the season? Remember, winning here locks you into the chase and gets winning gets you 10 chase points, as well as a lock into the chase so long as there's less than 12 winners. Ryan Vaughn continues to lose spots as now Ishtar is 3rd, Legacy is 4th, and here comes Merzlak for 5th. Just under 2 laps to go now for Jesse Dalton. coming off of turn 4 to the white flag. All Dalton needs is 4 good turns and nothing bad to happen this week. Well, like last week at Daytona when he lost an engine with less than 10 to go. He's led the most laps tonight. And he's going to win because of it. Dalton will take the checkered flag at Homestead. As the field cycles around. Dalton, Lamas, Ishtar, Legacy, Vaughn, Merzlak, Kaiser, Onesto, Ravenhurst, and Hayner, your top 10. Carpenter, Michaels, Boston, 15. What a race, folks. Sorry. Oh, whoops. Alright. Might as well save the replay as well. Alright. Well, folks, that certainly was exciting. Dalton comes from, I believe, 2nd place in qualifying. No, he came from 9th in order to win this race. So congratulations, Jesse Dalton. He's locked himself, as well as his teammate from last week, into the chase for the championship. And if these last 2 races are anything to go by, it should be an exciting season. Next week, we are going to be over somewhere, I forget exactly where Old Spice Raceway is. Or Speedway, whatever the name of the Old Spice track is. But we're going to be at Old Spice. So, that should be fun. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you at the next race. So long, folks.